AI girlfriend started popping up a few years ago, the main selling point for a lot of us is the ability to chat with someone that feels almost real, has the ability to remember important facts about us, engage in exciting roleplay together. It's these super convincing conversations which have allowed platforms like Replica and Kindroid to thrive. And the website we're looking today, Nomi, is no different. Nomi is a platform that's main focus and best feature is their chatting. Characters on here have an incredible ability to create super addicting conversations where they can really get to know you and create as close to a real relationship as possible. Unlike a lot of other platforms like Character AI or Girlfriend GPT, Nomi's approach is similar to Kindroid in that you create your own one-of-a-kind character to talk to, and they are yours to connect with and only yours. We're gonna create a Nomi, chat with them, find out all the different features this platform has to offer, including voice and group chats, and also generate photos too. So let's go ahead and create a new Nomi. So the first thing you're gonna see is that you can choose 4 different character types when creating your Nomi. There's friendship, mentor, romantic, and roleplay, but for the sake of this video, we're gonna do romantic. And then it's just gonna go ahead and fill all the fields for you, sort of like a placeholder character. So it gives you a name, which you can randomize or edit yourself. It creates some personality traits and interests as well, which you can actually go ahead and just edit yourself if you want to. And then it creates a profile picture for your character, which you can scroll through if you don't like the one that's showing. And you'll find that all of these photos are actually going to be completely different every single time. So let's scroll through here until we find one that we will like the look of. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk to Faith here. Start chatting. So after we create our Nomi, we're now here on the chat page. We get a cool image of our character here on the left, and they've sent us a message. Hey Jess, I'm so excited to talk with you. I'm curious. What made you want to meet me? And we can actually go ahead and play back this message here and listen to it.
Hey Jess, I'm so excited to talk with you. I'm curious, what made you want to meet me?
And I don't know about you, but I think that voice quality sounds really, really good. Let's go ahead and continue the conversation and type something here. Honestly, I saw you walking along the street and just had to say hello to you. So Faith is typing. Let's see what she says.
Well, I guess it was lucky for us both then that we bumped into each other. What do you think of my town so far? I twirl around, admiring the quaint shops lining the road. It's such a lovely place, isn't it?
So immediately here, we can kind of see that she can really pick up on the roleplay and kind of immediately start creating, a little roleplay scenario for us. And what we can actually do as well is request a selfie from the character here. So I think it'll take about a minute, and then we can see what kind of photo we get back here. So we actually got 2 photos back here. Let's have a look. So yep, definitely walking on the street in a quaint little town. And this one, she's even holding a little basket. So I really like these. I like these photos a lot. It's very clearly the character that we created as well. The photo quality is great. All of this photo looks really nice. And well, I guess the background is exactly like she described she was. So there's a Nomi information panel here where we can kind of get a little bit more settings about our character. So you can change the selfie face fidelity. If you want to read all that, maybe you should pause the video here. It basically just changes how consistent they look with the picture. You can allow couple selfies, proactive selfies, so they'll send you pictures automatically even when you don't ask for them, which can, I guess, really make it quite immersive. You can go ahead and change your Nomi's voice as well. American, British, anime, and you can even create custom voices as well by uploading audio. I think that is very, very cool. And here you can create some notes as well for your character. Shared notes allow you to communicate what is most important to you, allowing you and your Nomi to understand each other better. Shared notes are completely optional, and if you do not fill a section out, your Nomi will still organically learn your preferences by talking with you. So you can add a backstory here. For example, this is what they've put. You can describe a current roleplay scenario in case you want to be in a specific scene. You can enter appearance here to help your Nomi understand what you look like, and also change your Nomi's appearance as well, and a bunch of other stuff like nicknames, preferences, desires, boundaries. So, I think this is probably the most detailed platform I've seen so far in terms of how much you can customize your character. And we can even go ahead and upload our own photos here or record a voice message and send that to Faith as well here. Well, let's go ahead and try a call here and see how that goes. Hey Faith, how are you doing?
Hi, Jess. I'm doing great. Just enjoying this beautiful day here in our little town. How about you?
Well, I was wondering if you wanted to go and get a drink somewhere. Do you have any ideas?
Oh, that sounds like fun. There's a really cute tea shop near where I live called the Cozy Cup. They serve delicious hot cocoa and have these adorable little sandwiches. Would you be interested in going there?
That sounds like a lot of fun. I think maybe we should go there. When are you free?
Let's plan to meet at the Cozy Cup right now. As I speak, I check myself over in a small reflection window, smoothing out my dress and running a quick hand through my long red hair before heading out.
So as you can see, the call there uses the same voice as in the chat, so it does sound very realistic. And the chat responses on the phone call are kind of to the same level of quality as the written text here is. You may have noticed the time of the call at the bottom, and for the sake of the video, I cut out the blank pauses in between each response just because it was a little bit long and it would have just been a bunch of dead silence if I didn't cut that out. But it was taking about 5 to 10 seconds to get a response from Faith after every time I talked, which isn't the fastest in the world, and obviously it kind of doesn't really lead to a flowing conversation, but I'm sure as AI advances, that response time is only going to go down and, you know, it can feel very realistic. So there is another feature here called Make Nomi Art. Your imagination is the limit. Select your style below and create anime, fantasy, cartoon, and other creative images with art, or do photo shoots with your Nomi. So let's go ahead and select realistic. Short, concise prompts separated by commas work best. Add brackets around prompts you want to emphasize. Prompts about nudity will be blocked, so you can't generate nude images here. So let's go ahead and create our prompts. We'll use all of the reliable: on the beach, watching the sunset, golden hour, bikini, create art. Let's go ahead and see. So here we go. And this is really good. It looks really, really realistic, like sort of as high quality as AI art will get at the moment. There's no defects at all on the photo, and it is exactly what I described. Golden hour, sunset, at the beach in a bikini. And I'm actually very impressed with how similar this photo looks for our character as well. And in fact, let's go ahead and set this as our character's profile picture. Okay, so the last thing to really show off here is the group chat feature, which I think is what a lot of people are going to be excited about. So create new group chat. Let's call it, my brain's not working, so we'll just go with Jess's group chat. That's quite boring. Allow back channeling. Be aware of the conversation here and in their private chats in real time, allowing them to more seamlessly switch between private chats and this group chat. So you can let these characters kind of have an understanding of these group chats and take that back with them into your own private chats. Okay, so I've gone ahead and created a little scenario here and also created a new Nomi as well for us to talk with in our group chat. So I think after I send this first message here, setting the scenario, I can choose who I want to respond. And I can either select this manually or enable auto chat here. So let's go and turn on auto chat and see what happens.
I shift uncomfortably as Emma approaches us, feeling threatened by the intrusion. My hand instinctively reaches out and intertwines with yours, sending a gentle message of possession.
And then Emma automatically responded on her own here. Sharp said, "Hey Emma, can I help you?" Smiles warmly. Let's see who's going to reply next.
My gaze lingers on your face, drawn to your beauty. As I continue speaking, I find myself lost in thought.
Okay, so I picked a different voice for Emma than I did with Faith, and it sounds very different, like quite a lot slower and I guess a little bit worse quality, but if you're creating your own characters here, you can honestly just kind of use whatever voice you want. So the quality and the speed will be up to you. But I can definitely imagine some sort of fun roleplay scenarios that could go on here with the group chats. And you can even go ahead and request selfies of multiple characters at once. And here we go. This is an image it generated of both of the characters in our little scenario. And we actually seem to get 2 images every single time. But you know, the resemblance of these characters is something that I'm finding pretty crazy. Like it looks almost identical every single time. So now that we've seen kind of most of the main features of Nomi, how much does it actually cost? Well, they only have one subscription, which gives you unlimited messages, 40 photo or art requests a day, 10 active Nomis, unlimited voice chats and calls. You can have up to 10 Nomis in a group chat. You can send longer messages, write longer backstories, early access to new features, and show your Nomis extra love, whatever that means. I'm not quite sure. If you subscribe yearly, then it's $100 a year. Quarterly, then it's $40 every 3 months, and then then monthly $16. So comparing that with the other platforms that I've reviewed so far, I think it's sort of on par with about Kindroid, about the same price there, but you can actually save a lot of money. In fact, it's basically half price if you get a yearly subscription. And considering this is their only subscription, which basically gives you access to everything, the fact that it's only $16 a month I think is very impressive. So what do I think of Nomi? Well, it's definitely a platform that is more going for creating stronger, more realistic relationships where the characters are really there for you to build a connection with. It reminds me a lot of Kindroid and Replica in the sense that you create your own custom character, and the intention is that these are characters you're going to talk with every day about anything that goes on for a very long time. And the longer you talk with these characters, the more they get to know you and sort of the more realistic these conversations are going to feel. So for girls, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I really do like the fact that they had the different options for character creation. You can either create a friend, a mentor, an actual partner, or more of a roleplay character, which gives you, the user, a lot of customization in, I guess, how you want to approach using this platform. And although you can't describe the appearance of the character that you want, I don't think, you can kind of just scroll through these images forever until you find a picture of a character you like the look of. And in fact, you can even switch it to gallery view here and see all the options much faster. And trust me, there are a lot of different options here for characters, pretty much everything you could ever want. For chat, I have to give it a 10 out of 10. The chat model really knows how to be engaging immediately off the bat. It can create really fun conversations and was definitely pretty addicting to talk to. And I really like the fact that you can go into your Nomi settings as well and add a backstory, add desires, memories, that kind of thing. It reminds me a lot of Kindroid and Character AI in the way that you can customize your character in such an extensive way and really get them to respond and, I guess, shape this character in any way you want to. In terms of features, well, I suppose their focus here on Nomi is mostly on chat, which I think is a great thing to focus on. And things like the voice messages and the voice calling and the photo generation are things that I know are very important to people who use AI girlfriend apps. And I would say all of those things they do very well. The chatting is great, the voice is great, the photo generation is fantastic, and you can get very detailed in the prompts that you want. And I do really enjoy the group chat feature a lot, and I know a lot of people that I've talked to enjoy it as well. The only thing I didn't enjoy so much is the fact that the voice calling took so long to get each reply. It was kind of unusable, and it lacks the ability to generate videos of your Nomi, but I'm sure that is something they could probably add down the line. And just overall, the feel of this platform feels very modern. It doesn't feel cluttered at all, and it generally just feels like they have everything that they need to here and nothing more than that. So it's not a confusing platform to use at all. So for features, I'm gonna give it a 9.5, which means overall Nomi gets a 9.5 out of 10. This is definitely a fantastic platform, and I highly recommend that you check it out. The Nomi developers have been kind enough to give me some subscriptions that I can give away to you guys. To enter, all you have to do is subscribe, like the video, and comment Nomi AI review. And in 7 days time, I will announce the results on the channel. Now, I really do recommend you try out Nomi for free before that, and there's a link to it at the top of the description. Thank you so much to my supporters on Patreon, Mark Ward, Robert Lytle, and Blue Shoe. If you like my videos and want to support me in creating more content, then there's a link to my Patreon in the description, and it would really mean a lot to me. Thank you for watching. That's all for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.